That's where we're taking the L at. That's where you're taking the L. And no amount of money gonna cover that up. They told you that in the song Shady. Listen to that song Shady. Shady, don't you know we love you, sweet Shady? Place no one above you, sweet Shady. Living in the past. Some people be all for the money, but no money gonna turn your life around. You know what I mean? That nigga was missing the shit out of his mama. You feel me? That's what it's about. You better not take it for granted, man. Stop taking it for granted. Cause that's, hey man, I told my son last night, I said, yo, man, we sitting up here chopping it up and talking. I'm like, man, you better embrace this right now. Because 10 years from now, you're gonna wish that you could get that time back. Not saying I'm about to go somewhere, but it's like, damn, those was the simpler times. I ain't have to pay no bills. I was kicking it with my daddy, listening to some jazz. You know what I mean? He was dropping some knowledge on me, letting me know something at the time. He probably had 3 or 4 calamities going on in his consciousness 10 years from now that will negate him from living at that rate. I know it from experience. It's like, damn, man, I sure do miss that time when mama was, you know what I mean? What I wouldn't do right now. My mama, she transitioned. She been gone 8 years now, right? But there's nothing I wouldn't do to see my mother again in this reality. Just with some chicken and dumplings. Some dumplings and some noodles. With the celery cut up in it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing I wouldn't do for that. You know what I mean? Just to have one of her plates. But guess what? I didn't take the time that I had with my mother for granted. And it wasn't like she had some type of disease or she was ailing in health. She had an aneurysm one day and checked out of here. Right? And so when she checked out, we was already good. I was in a golden place with my mother. Right? For several years. So when it was no regrets. Last thing she said to me was, hey, baby, hey, you've been a perfect son. And that was the weekend before she passed. She told me that. Like, you've been you are the perfect son. I was like, thank you, Mom. I love you, baby. Then she hit on me for $20. And I give me $20. I was like, Mama, I gave that ass $40. You feel me? But that's neither here nor there. You can't take these things for granted. And you can't try to rationalize your ignorance. And too often, that's what this society attempts to do. Because like it says in the Quran, the evil one will make what's good seem evil and what's evil seem fair. You follow? And a lot of people fall for that. They take that banana into the tailpipe. No diddy. But they do. You take that shit into the tailpipe, man, and you wonder how come you're not getting nowhere. Money is not the answer. I'm not saying that you don't need money. We need money like a mother. But don't act like that holds some priority over the necessary things that should be prioritized. Because then you'll be selling yourself out. And you'll be selling yourself short. And all you'll be doing is wishing for tomorrow. I'm here to take people off that path and align them with their higher self. Align them with their dearly departed. Align them with nature. Align them with the sun. So we can all be in alignment together with one another. And when we start speaking things in existence collectively, we'll get a more fortified response to what it is that we're looking for. You follow? And some people up to task, some people not. And I'm talking to the people on the other side of the wall. Because I done pulled 4 people off the other side of that wall already. And now they got their altars up. They was just scared and a little spooky. But they end up getting it all together and coming on in and they glad that they did. And I'm happy that that they did it as well, because I know that I helped someone. I didn't help the whole family, a whole generation, when I do what it is that I do. You follow? And you will see results. I disseminate to my students in a result-based manner. But you have to apply yourself. You can't just, osmosis is not going to favor you. Just keeping it real. It's like someone asked me the other day, I was having a dream and this was happening in my dream. I'm like, look, man, I'm not even here to put the banana in your tailpipe, right? No diddy, right? I gotta keep saying that. But I wasn't in your dream, my nigga. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I was right there with you and tell you I don't play them games with people. I'm not here to play that game with you. I'm like, yo, whatever you seen, that was for you to figure out, not for me to figure out. I have my own little shit I got going on I need to figure out. And that is not on the order. That's on your order. You got to figure that shit out. And it ain't nothing you can do about it outside of you. You know what I mean? And going back to my earlier point, is people just want you to live their life for them. I can't live your life for you. You know what I mean? I can't give you I can't give you access to my treasure chest. I just can't. You know what I mean? I'll give you some jewelry out of it. I'll give you some coins, and I'll give you some emeralds and some jewels out of it, but I'm not going to give you the whole treasure chest. I've been on this journey for over 27 years, right? 27 years. Some of y'all not even 27 years old. You feel me? And I know I look good for my age. I know I do, whether you can admit it or not. Right? You probably thought I was like, hey, man, how old is that nigga? Shit, I'm old enough to be saying the things that I'm saying. And I've lived enough and experienced enough to be saying the things that I'm saying. I come from the Motor City of Detroit, Michigan. And no, I don't stay there now, right? I've moved 2 or 3 times over the course of 20 years, or maybe longer than that, right? But I'm no drifter. You feel me? But I do graduate from localities. So I graduated from where I was born at. I didn't become trapped in the systematic graveyard penitentiary cycle that's, ready to beseech you once you leave your mother and father's guidance or, their wardship. Are you able to talk to us about building an altar for your ancestors? Yes. If that's something that you're interested in, Audia, just private message me. Leave your phone number, and I'll give you the details of that. Or you can go check on the website and just look it up. But I just don't go into detail because even now, I'm not going to say the sister name, but I had somebody in here, and she wasn't the only one. It was a few others, Again, and there's people on the other side of the wall. They'll be taking notes. Like, I'm about to go try this shit myself. And the sister had a disturbance that she couldn't get rid of. You know what I mean? And I'm not sure if it's been nullified to this point. She hasn't checked back in with me. But she kept hearing doors slam in her house. And wasn't no doors to be opened and slammed. But she kept hearing it. And not for this one time. She kept hearing it every day for months. So much so, she got agitated and was like, I need to take that discourse. I'm like, what you mean? I tried to build an altar. I just tried to piece together what you were saying. Like, man, you can't play like this is not a game. And that's why I said earlier, I had to be very scrupulous, about what I say and what I disseminate. Because people try to take what you say and run on off with it and do whatever. And they don't know the darkness that's waiting for you to haphazardly make that decision, right? No, I'm not saying that you're not, but I had to consistently get that type of disclaimer. You know what I mean? Because humans are very, man, you tell them to do one thing and they do the opposite, you know. And a lot of people want to engage the dark. Some know it all the other day. Yeah, man. Them people, man, you gotta have guidance. You gotta have a trainer. Look at my man. I really go for him, Gervonta Davis. You know what I mean? And who is Gervonta Davis? Gervonta Tank Davis, who's I think he 29-0 or 30-0 right now. Y'all know who his he not his trainer, but you know who his mentor is, right? You know who his teacher is. Floyd Mayweather. That's who he go to. That's why he 29-0, 30-0. And most of them is by knockouts. You feel me? You gotta have guidance. Somebody gotta guide you, man. You can't figure out everything on your, oh man, I don't need nobody. I got this message from the universe. Get the fuck out of here. The universe is too expansive to focus in on little old you. People misinterpret their galaxy as the universe. People misinterpret the universe as the creator. It's just a lot of misinterpretations, a lot of conjecture that people just accept as reality and wonder how come these things are not registering in the spiritual dimension. Because it don't exist. It's not real. You're in the realm of illusion. And in order for you to register in the spiritual dimension, you're going to have to learn how to master the physical dimension. And this is something that I walk my students through the 9 gates of Raynology, right? When we first start off with the dictionary and the biology book, people be like, hey, Dr. Ray, where do we start with this? Biology and the dictionary. You know, I give you very sound, instructions to keep things in its appropriate context. So you don't be going down the path of conjecture.